When you mess with the bull, you get the horns. That's what runners should expect this weekend at the Super Bowl Trail Championships in Wooster, Ohio. This race is going on year 5, and it's crazy that it's already on year 5. 350 runners are set to take the course over a 2-day period. And I just wanna hop on here and do a quick prediction video who I think are gonna be top 5 men and women in the 50K field at this race. This race is always loaded with talent, and there's $1,300 of prize money on the line. It's gonna be super exciting to kind of see how it all shakes out. So let's dive right into it with who I think is gonna finish in the top 5. All right, so let's kick things off with starting with the women's top 5 predictions. I've got Naylene Welcome finishing in 5th place, and she's run some of the toughest ultras on the East Coast. She's done the World's End Ultra, she's done the Boulder Beast, she's done the Thunder Bunny 50K, she placed 8th place at the Mo 50 in 2019, and she was top 20 at the World's End in 2020 as well. She signed up for a lot of tough races this year, and this is kind of a race that's gonna jumpstart her season, and I think it's gonna be super awesome. And we're gonna kind of see that trend throughout the rest of the predictions, but I think Naylene's gonna have a really awesome race. Good luck out there, and can't wait to see you finish 5th place. All right, coming in 4th place, I've got Rachel Daw, and she's run a ton of Ohio Ultra. She's got 1 win under her belt and 3 top 10 results in the 50K distance. She's been up in the distance recently, so she's been doing a little more dabbling in the 50-mile scene, and I think that's actually gonna really help her at the 50Ks. I think now when you kind of go up in distance a little bit, you realize that you can run the 50Ks a lot quicker. So I think Rachel Daw is gonna have an absolutely awesome day out there, and she's who I predict is gonna finish 4th on the women's side. All right, coming in 3rd place, and this is gonna be the first shocker of the day, I think, and it is last year's champion, Andrea White. And yes, I know it's gonna be kind of crazy, especially the local runners, like, how can you not at least predict her to be runner-up after she won the previous year? Well, we'll talk about that later, but I really wanna dive into Andrea. So in 2019, she finished 2nd at this race. She runs the local trail. She's a super awesome runner in the Wooster area. And yeah, like I mentioned, she finished 1st in 2020, and I think that she's gonna just have an awesome day. At the race alone, she's finished in the top 10 overall twice now. So I think that not only is she someone who's gonna do really well on the women's side, but I think overall is someone who could be in the top 5, in the top 10, no doubt at all. Andrea White is who I'm predicting to finish 3rd on the women's side. Alrighty, and coming in 2nd place, runner-up at this year's Super Bowl Trail Championships, 50K, is Heidi Agarand, and I may be butchering that name. We need to get a clarification on that, and that's on me. But I am super excited to see Heidi out on this course. She won the Mohican 50 outright in 2020, and I still don't know how much road course that was versus the trail course on a different alternative course there, but nevertheless, she threw down a time of 7:44, which is absolutely ridiculous. It was super awesome to see out there on the day, keeping track of all the races going on. I did the prediction video for the Mohican 100, and I was going through the race results and saw her name pop up with the blazing time. I was like, this is someone that we need to start watching, and I think all of Ohio is going to start to take watch on Heidi. She's an awesome runner. The last 2 runners who are finishing 2nd and 1st are actually the 2 youngest women in the field, and I think a race like the Super Bowl Trail Championships 50K is a race where you can kind of be younger. You don't have to have a tons of years of experience. It's kind of one of those races where you can just go hard and then kind of figure things out as you go. Obviously, you got to run a smart race, and that's going to be one of the biggest challenges out there, especially in this women's race, is who's going to push it, who's going to let the other person go, and then how is it all going to unfold. I can't wait to find out. Heidi Agarand is who I'm predicting to finish runner-up in the women's race. All right, and coming in 1st place, my prediction at the Super Bowl Trail Championships 50K on the women's side, and I think this person could win the race overall. Sarah Beale is the pick, and this Sarah could absolutely not only win this race, but she could take over the entire Ohio ultra running scene. if she wants. It's up to her. And that's kind of a super unique thing. You know, obviously her and Heidi are gonna have a great battle to go back and forth. I mentioned that Heidi ran 7:44 at a 50 miler at Mo this past year. Well, JFK was was around the same time, and Sarah Beale went out there and ran 7:22. She even got lost on the race and finished in the top 5, I believe. Just an absolutely awesome runner. She does have the Promised Land 50K coming up, which I know is an A race for her. So it's gonna be interesting to see how much she pushes when it comes to that. But I don't think that it is gonna be about who wins the race on the women's side. I think it's gonna be about how much does Sarah win the race by. And I think it's gonna be 5+ minutes that Sarah takes home the win at the Super Bowl Trail Championships. I cannot wait to see how the women's race unfolds. Good luck to all of the ladies competing, and I cannot wait to follow along and see who wins. All right, so let's dive into the men's race, and this is gonna be a super exciting race to follow along with just as much as the women's race, and that's gonna be super exciting to kind of follow along on Saturday morning and see how it all shakes out. 5th place, I've got it going to Jacob Conrad. And I just want to talk a little bit about Jacob real quick. And let's clear the air real quick. I just want Ridge Runner Nation, the rest of Ohio, the rest of the national media to stop sleeping on Jacob Conrad. I know I've got him finishing 5th here, but it's not even about that. He's the most underrated Ohio ultra runner of all time, probably. I don't understand why he isn't talked about in the same light as the top ultra runners in the state, in the top 5, because he deserves to be in any list anyone ever creates. So let's just cut that out. Jacob deserves to be not only in the top 5, he's someone who could win the race. I've got him finishing 5th here, but I'm super excited to see Jacob go out there and just absolutely crush it. He's only getting faster at every distance he does. He's taken over the backyard ultra scene as of last year, but I think, you know, now he's still got that speed for a 50K distance. I'm excited to see how Jacob runs. I've got Jacob Conrad finishing 5th. All right, and coming in 4th place, yes, get on your horse. Travis Zipfel is who I'm predicting, and this is gonna be a hot take. Let's just get it out of the way. Travis has won 6 Ohio 50Ks. What's he doing in 4th? Well, it's a combination of a lot of things. So first off, I don't know how committed Travis is to this race. I don't know what his goals are. I don't think he's gonna go out there and run a Travis-like race. On Returners Live with Brian Poland, Brian told a story about how Travis ran the first mile of a 50K one time in like 5:20. I don't think we're gonna see that Travis on race day. And without seeing that Travis, I don't think he's gonna be as aggressive. I think he's gonna hold back, which will be smarter. I think it'll be a smart race for Travis, but I don't think the results will actually lend himself, because I don't think the confidence that, you know, the guy who's riding his horse is gonna have on race day. He's looking to pick up his 3rd straight win. He won the Belmonte 50, he won the CRC Virtual Backyard Ultra over the summer last year. And so he's really trying to get that 3rd one. You know, he just racks up wins like crazy. He was our former OU Roy. I'm just excited to see how Travis does out there. Best of luck, got you finishing 4th. All right, and coming in 3rd place is the LeBron James of Ohio ultra running, and that's Michael Owen. I think, you know, whenever Michael Owen is in a race, you just have to predict him to win it. And here I am again, you know, just riding the wrong ship here. And I've got him finishing 3rd because I don't know what kind of Michael Owen I'm gonna get at this race. The last time I predicted him to win in a prediction video, he dropped. So, and I don't even know if he's gonna show up at the starting line. So it is just gonna be a wild time out here. That's why I'm predicting Michael to finish 3rd if he runs. It's wild because, you know, Michael's done a crazy number of accomplishments, but he's never run an Ohio Ultra under the 100-mile distance. Is he really gonna go to the Super Bowl 50 Trail Championship 50K not as fit, and really knowing that, hey, I can't actually get the win and go out there when he's never done a 50K in Ohio. He's never done a 50-miler in Ohio. And you know, when he does one, he's probably gonna wanna win it because that's how he does it. So I don't know if he's actually gonna, 1, show up, 2, if he's healthy, or I mean, it's gonna be just crazy to see. And I'm excited. That's why I've got Michael finishing 3rd in this race. It's hard to bet against him, but that's where my heart is. 3rd place, Michael Owen. All right, and finishing in the runner-up spot is Arlen Glick, and he's the hottest Ohio ultra runner in the past 2 years now. I mean, every race he's done, let's just list them off: win, 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 win. await, except for the Super Bowl Trail Championships last year, where he had an absolute shocker of a race for Arlen Glick standards. I think he's got a lot to prove to himself. You know, when you go to win all these races like Arlen's done and, you know, set crazy fast times, you just are gonna start to get that feeling that, hey, I need to start winning every single one of these. And he has. But last year at Super Bowl, it wasn't super hot for him. So I think he's gonna have, you know, a ton of redemption at this race. And I've got him finishing second. I'm super confident in Arlen. You know, every time I sleep on Arlen, he always burns me. And so if Arlen wins, it wouldn't shock me at all. But I've got him finishing second at this year's Super Bowl Trail Championships. All right, and taking home the win on the men's side, I've got it going to Cincinnati runner David Riddle. And honestly, a couple days ago when I was formulating these predictions, David, you weren't in my top 5. You weren't. And, you know, after doing some research and kind of figuring out, you know, who's fit, who's actually training, how is this race gonna play out, I kind of realized, like, hey, if David Riddle shows up and if David Riddle wants to win, he's gonna win. Like, that's how it's gonna go down. He won the Mountain Mist 50K back in January, I believe, the same race that Liz Canty won on the women's side. We had her on RRLive. He ran a 2:30 something marathon a couple years back. He is getting older and he hasn't done like the crazy times like he has done, but he has so many wins, including like the Pinoti 100 course record. I mean, he's just one of the most talented ultra runners, especially at the 50K distance in Ohio. Like I said, David, if you want to win, it's your race to win. It's gonna be super exciting. I think, but just know you've got some horses behind you, and no horse joking pundit intended for Travis back there, who may be very far back there. I mean, Travis could be light years, you know, furlongs or whatnot back there, and it's gonna be awesome. So, David, good luck this weekend. I'm excited to kind of see how it all shakes out. That's my top 5 predictions on the men's side. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this on YouTube if you haven't already. But most importantly, comment below who you think is gonna win the race or who you think the top 5 is gonna be. Obviously, a lot of people have different opinions on this, and it's awesome to hear your predictions as well. I really look forward to seeing those in the comments section. So comment who you think is gonna win, and it'll be a good time to see kind of who's right, who's wrong, and it'll be a good time. So thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.